What if the meal you ate for just 5 rupees cost you your very soul? In a small, quiet village, a widow's desperate greed turned a simple street food into a living nightmare. This is the story of the Aloo Paratha ghost. The struggle. The story begins with Kamla, a woman left devastated after the sudden death of her husband. He was the village's favorite aloo paratha seller, and with him gone, their savings vanished. Desperate to survive, Kamla decided to take over his stall. But fate was against her. A massive flood had struck the region, sending potato prices skyrocketing. When she begged the market traders for credit, they turned her away with cold hearts. The dark discovery. While walking home in despair, Kamla spotted a patch of lush green land sitting right in front of an ancient crumbling ruin. It looked perfect for farming. If I grow my own potatoes here, she thought, I won't have to pay the traders a single penny. But there was a reason no one touched that land. It was cursed. Weeks later, the harvest was ready, but as Kamla pulled the first potato from the earth, her heart froze. The roots weren't covered in mud, they were dripping with fresh, warm blood. Every potato she pulled screamed of a dark omen, but driven by poverty and greed, she washed the blood away, whispering to herself, "Once they are cooked, no one will ever know." The transformation. The next morning, Kamla set up her stall. She announced a price that no one could resist, 2 hot parathas for only 5 rupees. A massive crowd gathered, and soon the entire village was feasting on the cursed harvest. But as the clock struck midnight, the village transformed into a scene from hell. Those who had eaten the parathas felt a burning fire in their stomachs. Their skin turned a ghoulish red, their teeth sharpened into fangs, and their fingernails grew into jagged claws. One villager, Suresh, turned into a monster right before his wife's eyes. He didn't want water or medicine. He growled with a demonic voice, "I am hungry. Give me more parathas, or I will eat you." Terrified, the village women fled their homes, locking the monsters inside and hiding on the rooftops, listening to the bone-chilling growls echoing through the night. The escalation. By dawn, a local milkman accidentally unlatched a door, thinking the family was just oversleeping. In an instant, the horde of paratha ghosts was unleashed. They didn't attack like normal animals. They marched straight to Kamla's stall, surrounding her with hollow eyes. "Cook for us, Kamla," they roared. Kamla trembled, realizing that her cheap potatoes had summoned a hunger that could never be satisfied. The climax and resolution. In a race against time, the village women reached a powerful tantric in the forest. He looked into his flames and saw the truth. "The soil of the ruins drinks blood," he warned. "As long as those potatoes exist, your husbands will remain demons." Following the tantric's command, the women staged a daring distraction. While the ghosts were focused on Kamla, the women snatched the remaining sacks of cursed potatoes and hauled them to a sacred bonfire. As the potatoes hit the flames, the ghosts began to scream in agony. As the last cursed potato turned to ash, the dark energy vanished. The men collapsed, returning to their human forms with no memory of their monstrous hunger. Kamla, falling to her knees, begged for forgiveness. She had learned a terrifying lesson. Some prices are low for a reason, and greed planted in cursed soil will only harvest horror.